Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for the month of May 2021. So Sag, we're going to be in the sign of Taurus. So very steady, stable, building block type of a month. So not as your usual pace, but this is the time to get things off the ground. This is the time to be really sort of careful and precise about what you're doing. Okay, let's see. The energy around is the Nine of Cups, so the wish card is coming through. Whatever your wish is. It's also a card, Nine of Cups. It's also a card of sort of the good time party, girl, boy type of energy as well, where we just all, you know, we love to have a good time. We love to, especially Sagittarius, they love to socialise and be out and amongst it, having a good laugh and enjoying company of people, talking about events and interesting topics. Let's just see what the cards have to say. So the wish card, the Nine of Cups, emotional as well, very emotional energy. So where you are right now, Sag, is the Page of Cups. So new beginnings in the emotional sphere. So perhaps for Sag too, there is a, you know, you've struck up a chord with somebody. There's a new sort of connection or relationship. Now this could be personal relationship, it could be a love match, it could be just something where you just kind of click with someone. It's just the beginnings of something, and it needs to be fed and watered and grown. And Taurus is very much a time of fertility as well. It's earth, so you can grow things in Taurus earth time. So something is sparked. It's like a seed has been planted, literally. So let's see what the influence of this beautiful emotional seed that's been planted. The Six of Swords. So movement as well, travel. There could be travel on the horizon, or something looking forward to, like sort of, especially in the climate we find ourselves at the moment. There's not that much travel in terms of physical travel, but it's starting to slowly, people are starting to explore new ways of just going places, short distances. Very much a travel card, but also in terms of your mind energy, this is a card of moving from a bit of a troubled time into a calmer time. I know there's been some major planetary sort of jostling recently with different big planets that have caused, if you just look around on the world stage, it's caused a bit of unrest in certain places. But this month that appears to be sort of dissolving a little bit, and you're starting to feel a bit more like, yeah, I'm getting somewhere in terms of your mind and how you see things. And there's this beautiful emotional connection. So a really nice time all over, really. And you know that this card affects all of them. So we'll have that kind of vibe this month for you guys, where it's just smooth sailing, basically, Sag. Let's look in the background. So we're looking at March, April time. This still is in effect, still has effect. And we had the Five of Cups. So very much emotional once again, you know, perhaps revisiting emotional stuff from the past, or reconnecting with someone from the past where there was this sort of breakup, or there was a misunderstanding and you kind of felt like it's all over. But there's still fragments of, yeah, there's still ways back. There is a way back here. And this could even extend to the fact of old relationships as well, or sort of raking over old relationships in terms of where you're at within yourself, and sort of giving yourself the permission to move on as well, which would nicely tie in with new beginnings in the emotional sphere. So sort of letting go of the past accepting it and just moving on. It'll apply to different Sagittarius, of course, as you well know, but you can just apply it to your own scenario. And 5 is always a number of sort of moving on, change. So it's looking good. Okay, let's see recent influences, Sag. Yeah, something's still a bit up in the air there, Sagittarius. Lots of ideas buzzing around in your head, which kind of makes sense too. Very much air energy as well. So you've had lots of things going on. And maybe people too sort of checking out your socials and saying, oh, you know, there they are. Maybe I should just get in contact with, so someone actually watching you in terms of that. It's sort of a theme of our lives at the moment. People can go and check up on people through the social media outlets and find out what they're doing, or well, still, will I get in contact with them, or they are thinking about me, that kind of energy. So the Page of the Page of Swords is very much about things that haven't been brought into sort of reality. It's still very much you could call it a fantasy. It's very much in the air, so you need to get it out of your head and bring it into sort of making it happen. Let's see the lesson you'll be learning. Sagittarius, yeah, the Knight of Wands. So things kind of really moving fast too. Could be somebody coming back into your life at great speed. Changing the pace, really changing the pace from being troubled in this sense of troubles before, you know, emotional stuff, and then things start to go in a different direction. So really nice as well. Things moving quite quickly in your lesson. So just move on, or people just coming in quickly for a flying visit, more or less. It's all that. It's energy and moving and messengers. Near future. And then we have the King of Coins, which is very much coming into the first week of May. Very much about stability, about really sort of, he's solid, this guy. He's a really solid sort of operator, but he sort of casts those rays of stability and just keeping things real and keeping things moving, and having achieved a lot as well. He's an achiever, this guy, and he always gets to the top. But he's fair. And he's a slow-moving person, but he's someone, of all the 4 kings, I believe he's the best one. Advice giver. It's almost like a father type of figure. Very much a trusted figure, male figure. So we've got 2 sort of strong male figures here. Let's have a look at what's happening that you're not realising, Sag. And work going well, like really standing back and having a look at your work. I think your work's going to be really good for you this month, even though you're very much a multitasker, Sagittarius. But you go and you do the work and you work hard, but then sometimes we've got to stop, take a breath and have a look at how far we have come. So don't forget to look at that, especially in the time of Taurus, because it is sort of almost a time of reckoning as well. Taurus energy or earth energy, we tend to sort of be more focused on work and how it's going for us. So that's a lovely card as well. How others see you? The 9 of Wands. So really doing well. Bit tired though, just thinking, oh, when am I going to get over the finishing line? Well, it's not far off, so you're doing really well. Just keep going. That last kilometre of a marathon will really be the worst, but adrenaline kicks in and you can do anything. You can get over that line. But this is how others are seeing you as well. So you've really been, you know, working hard on all facets of your life, but this nice new emotional stuff's coming through this month, Sag. What are you feeling positive about? Stability, 10 of Coins, working hard, doing well, achieving things you want to achieve. This is the month to get them done. it is that month of stability and sort of focus as well. So it's a nice card to have. There's money, you've been working hard, emotions coming in as well. So it's a time, yeah, that times are changing too. Maybe emotional stuff's going to overtake all this hard work you've been doing, all this commitment and focus. Excuse me. So let's have a look at the final outcome card. Looks good, Sag. It's just a mixed bag, but nice, you know. There's a nice balance of everything and the sense of having come through sort of a big cycle. Final outcome is the Star, and you are exactly where you're meant to be. So if you were troubled and worrying about, oh my God, you know, how am I going to get through this? You've actually come through. You're moving forward. You're moving on with things. You're getting things sorted in your life in general. And the Star just sort of says, it's a major card, and it says, as long as you keep moving forward, you're in exactly where you should be. So it's a beautiful card and a nice way to end that month in terms of how you see your life and how past events have all accumulated to be where you are, exactly where you should be. So a really nice spread, actually. Getting things done as well, Sag. Really focused this month. And that's another thing about him. He is sort of status. He is sort of what... Sorry. He is a person that wants to get things done and do them properly. So there's very much a theme there. Let's see what your little message is. Pure thought. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. So really nice. And talking about the thinking and just positive, getting things done, being practical, doing well, getting ideas that you've had bubbling away into activity or into sort of making them happen. But overall, 9 of Cups, the wish card. Thanks so much for listening, Sag, and have a great time.